The search begins. Back in the United States, Sophie and Dale wasted no time diving into their next phase of the adventure. With a newfound determination, they embarked on a mission to gather information from the most renowned Sasquatch researchers. Armed with their findings from Canada and Egypt, they sought to piece together the puzzle of Sasquatch's whereabouts. "All right, Dale, where do we start?" "We've got a ton of reports to sift through," Sophie said, flipping through a stack of papers. Dale glanced over her shoulder, scanning the pages. "Let's start with the most reputable researchers in the field. I've got a list here of the top Sasquatch experts. We can reach out to them and see what insights they have." Sophie nodded in agreement. "Sounds like a plan. But what about the sightings? Any patterns we can discern?" Dale leaned back, tapping his chin thoughtfully. "Actually, yes. It seems like the majority of sightings occur in the Pacific Northwest. Dense forests, rugged terrain, perfect hiding spots. Makes sense. I guess we're headed to the wilds of the Pacific Northwest then," Sophie remarked, jotting down notes. Dale nodded. "Seems like it. But let's not forget about the indigenous communities. They've got their own stories and legends about Sasquatch. We should definitely pay them a visit too." "Agreed. We need to cast a wide net if we want to uncover the truth." "All right, let's get to work. We've got a Sasquatch to find," Sophie declared, determination gleaming in her eyes. Dale smiled. "Indeed we do. And who knows what other secrets we'll uncover along the way." "Okay, what about equipment?" Dale asked. "We need to think strategically about the equipment," Dale added, tapping his pen against the table thoughtfully. "We want gear that's reliable and affordable but still effective in our search for Sasquatch." Sophie nodded in agreement, her brow furrowed in concentration. "Agreed. We should start with the basics: cameras, audio recorders, and GPS devices. Those are essential for documenting any potential evidence we encounter." Dale scribbled down notes as Sophie spoke, jotting down a list of equipment essentials. "Right, we'll also need thermal imaging cameras to detect heat signatures in the forest, and trail cameras for continuous monitoring in remote areas." Sophie's eyes lit up with excitement as she added, "And don't forget about night vision goggles. Those could be incredibly useful for conducting nighttime observations without disturbing the natural habitat." Dale nodded enthusiastically, impressed by Sophie's suggestion. "Great idea. We'll also need camping gear, like tents, sleeping bags, and portable cooking equipment. We'll be spending a lot of time in the wilderness, so we need to be prepared for anything," Sophie exclaimed, a grin spreading across her face. "It's going to be amazing to finally set out on this adventure and get the answers we've been looking for." Dale nodded, his eyes shining with anticipation. "Absolutely. And with any luck, some of the leads we've reached out to will have gotten back to us by the time Dr. Anderson arrives. We'll be ready to hit the ground running as soon as he's here." The prospect of embarking on their journey together filled them both with a sense of purpose and excitement. They knew that with their equipment in hand and their plans in motion, they would be well prepared for the challenges that lay ahead. Sophie, out of curiosity, asked Dale, "What are you telling the researchers you've contacted about our reasons for wanting to interview them and go on field expeditions?" "I've been reaching out to the researchers, telling them that I'm interested in a research paper I'm working on about shared mythologies worldwide," Dale said, pouring himself a cup of coffee. "I'm framing Sasquatch as the cornerstone of my paper, interested in exploring the allure of finding this elusive creature." Sophie raised an eyebrow. "Why aren't you being more straightforward?" she asked, her curiosity piqued. "I mean, this whole adventure already sounds crazy enough. Why not just tell them the truth?" Dale hesitated for a moment before responding. "As crazy as this adventure sounds, if I were to mention advanced civilizations of Bigfoot and interactions with Atlantis, they'd probably hang up on me outright," he explained, a hint of amusement in his voice. "I figure it's best to ease them into it, one step at a time." Sophie chuckled, shaking her head. "Fair enough," she conceded. "Let's just hope they don't think you're completely off your rocker when you do start to let them know about everything that we have seen." As they sat together, reviewing their preparations for the expedition, a somber thought crossed their minds. "I can't help but feel a bit sorry for the researchers out there in the field," Dale mused, his brow furrowed with concern. "They're out there chasing after Bigfoot without the full picture. They're missing out on so much of the puzzle." Sophie nodded in agreement, her expression thoughtful. "It's true. With everything we've uncovered so far, we have a clearer understanding of what we're up against. I just hope that by the end of this journey, we'll be able to bring some credibility to everyone in the field. They deserve to be taken seriously." Their conversation was tinged with a sense of empathy for those tirelessly searching for answers in the world of Sasquatch research. They knew that their own journey held the potential to shed new light on the elusive creature, and they were determined to do justice to the efforts of the researchers. Meanwhile, Stephen found himself immersed in a different world aboard the cargo ship. Working as a cook, he seized the opportunity to get to know the crew. One morning at breakfast, as he served up plates of pancakes, a crew member asked him why he was trying to get back to the US unnoticed. Dr. Anderson chuckled, his eyes twinkling with mischief. "Oh, just a little academic research," he replied with a wink. "I'm on the hunt for Bigfoot, you see. Can't exactly let anyone know what I'm up to." The crew erupted into laughter, exchanging amused glances as they dug into their breakfast. Dr. Anderson's explanation only fueled their curiosity, and soon, he found himself surrounded by eager listeners, each offering their own theories and stories about the elusive creature. Amidst the camaraderie and banter, Dr. Anderson couldn't help but marvel at the universal intrigue surrounding Sasquatch. "It's amazing," he remarked, his voice tinged with wonder. "No matter where you are in the world, everybody seems to be curious about Sasquatch." And indeed, as he reflected on their conversations and the countless encounters with people from different walks of life, Dr. Anderson realized that the legend of Bigfoot transcended geographical boundaries, sparking curiosity and igniting the imagination of all who encountered it. As Dr. Anderson went about his duties aboard the cargo vessel, his thoughts often wandered to Sophie and Dale. He couldn't help but wonder what they were up to and if they were making progress in their search for information about Bigfoot. "I hope they're having as much success as I am," he mused, wiping down the countertops in the ship's galley. Finding valuable insights from the crew and smuggling these yellow discs back into the US feels like a significant step forward. "I can't wait to share everything with them." Despite having a full 2 weeks left before the cargo vessel would make landfall, Dr. Anderson's anticipation for their upcoming journey was palpable. He knew that every day brought them closer to reuniting with Sophie and Dale, and to the beginning of their shared adventure into the unknown world of Sasquatch. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you are enjoying listening to this amazing story. If you are, please hit the like button as if it was the camera shutter, and Bigfoot was standing in front of you. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more awesome content like this. I have many more chapters and books I would love to share with you, so stay tuned. By subscribing, you'll also help me reach my goal of 3,000 subscribers and get a chance to win free merch. So what are you waiting for? Can't you hear it, the sound of adventure? Hit the like button and subscribe now. Take up the call, I know y'all can hear it. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much, your support is important to me and helps me out greatly.